Let's get into our official picks now. So how we like to do it around here, we got two categories that we like to put 3 picks in. We've got our locks category. These will all happen. These 3 bets that we will put in this 3-team parlay in our lock section, these will all hit. So you can go and bet whatever you want because you're going to be guaranteed to win. So your life savings, you can put all that on this game. Your college tuition, it doesn't matter. You're winning. So there's no risk on these bets. And then our 99% guarantee, maybe be a little bit hesitant. I'm feeling very good about these picks, but you do have the potential to lose some money on these, hence the 99% guarantee. I'm not 100% guaranteeing these picks. But these locks, these are locks for a reason. So we'll start here. Our locks picks of the week, we've got 3 of them. We'll start it here. Packers minus 6.5. Best bet of the week. Take it. Bet this one individually. Bet your house. Bet your cars. Bet everything on this Packers minus 6. Aaron Rodgers coming off of their first loss and not looking so good. He cleaned it up. 4 touchdowns, no picks last week. Absolutely fantastic. Now, they're going against the division opponent, Vikings. They've already had their first meeting week 1 in Green Bay was in Minnesota and absolutely obliterated them. They put up 40-plus points. Vikings could not do anything all game. Do not get bogged down by the final score. Kirk Cousins was throwing picks in the first 3 quarters. And then decided to put up 24 points in the fourth quarter alone. And they still lost by like double-digit points. So this Vikings team is truly not good, folks. So they're getting worse defensively, and they're not getting any better offensively. Yeah, maybe their offense got a little bit better since week 1, but it's still nothing you can kind of count on. And especially with their defense, they just traded away their best defensive player that they just got in Ngakoue. So he's not even going to be there. They got rid of all their talent on the defensive side of the ball in the offseason. This Vikings team is truly not good. Kirk Cousins is not even as good as he was last season, really taking a step back from his pretty decent season last year. Got to the playoffs, was looking pretty good. Winning tough games, but now this season he's crumbling. He's not having 2 great wide receivers. Losing Stephon Diggs, it's definitely hurting Kirk Cousins a lot. And Aaron Rodgers is just playing so great football besides that, game against the Bucs. But this Vikings team is nowhere near the Bucs level offensively or defensively, like the defense of the Bucs that gave Aaron Rodgers trouble. So I absolutely love the Packers here at home, minus 6.5. So they win by a touchdown. You win, no push, no nothing, just a straight up win. Absolutely love it. Vikings are not going to be able to go on the road. They are coming off of a bye. That's probably the best silver lining, the best green flag of the Vikings of this matchup. I don't like anything offensively about them. Maybe Dalvin Cook, but his last 2 games haven't been as impressive as his first couple of games. So everything tells me Green Bay is going to smack the Vikings. Green Bay is going to have, Aaron Rodgers is going to have an easy kind of MVP kind of stat building day. He can definitely take advantage of this weak Vikings team at home, playing very well. So, this is going to be a game that Aaron Rodgers wants to, throw 4 touchdowns, no picks, MVP game, candidate. We can go back, after the season's over, right before MVP is being revealed, go back to this game and be like, remember when Aaron Rodgers threw 6 touchdowns and 500 yards and they won by 40 points? Remember that? Maybe we should give him MVP. So definitely think this is going to be an MVP case game for Aaron Rodgers. I think they win realistically probably 20 points easily. Let's see, can we build? We can't. What is up with this? Probably because the Vikings have a COVID player, unfortunately. So we can't look at any alternative lines. I was going to say, you could have got some good value, maybe Packers minus 13.5. I'd feel comfortable doing that as well. I'd like the Packers here, big, minus 6.5 is nothing. We'll take it. Aaron Rodgers minus a touchdown. Absolutely. At home. Come on. Alrighty. So Packers minus 6.5 is our first one in our locks pick. All right. Our second one is going to go to Steelers plus 4. And all right. The one thing that is giving me a little bit of hesitation on this one is that what did Vegas do with the line last week? They called it Steelers plus 1 when they were on the road against the Titans. Now, that means that the Vegas favored the Steelers in a neutral field. That's why the spread went from -3 from Tennessee at home to -1 at home for Tennessee because they favored the Steelers. But now in this game, Steelers on the road again, similar to last week against a good opponent, similar to last week. Their spread is going from -3 or +3 because they're on the road to +4. So now they're saying that the Ravens are better than the Steelers, and I don't see it that way. I thought the Titans were maybe a little bit better than the Steelers. Vegas didn't see it that way. I think the Steelers are better than the Ravens, and Vegas doesn't see it that way. So that definitely, you don't kind of want to agree with Vegas because then you're like, hang on, am I getting played? And you don't want to disagree with Vegas because you're like, what do they know that I don't know? So it's definitely a catch-22 with Vegas, but anyway, love the Steelers here, +4 on the road. I'm getting points. All right, remember, this Ravens team, yes, they're good. Yes, they're flashy, but who have they faced? Nobody good except the Chiefs. What happened in that game? They got absolutely destroyed. Once again, don't let that kind of final score bog down your mind of what actually happened in that game where the Ravens were not competitive. Lamar Jackson could not throw the ball. Lamar Jackson could not run the ball. It was literally that Ravens offense could not do anything to put up any points against the Chiefs, and they really kind of got blown out. And that was their first and only major opponent of the season so far. Ravens have been doing good things against the Browns and the Bengals, and I think the Texans, who are officially not good. I like them for maybe a 2-week stretch, and then I'm off of them. But yeah, when the Ravens faced them, they were never good, and now the Ravens, their last test against the Chiefs really left a bad taste in my mouth. That's why they've been kind of so low on our power rankings. We've got them at what do we got? We got them at 9, folks. I mean, truly, they've done nothing against good teams, so I'm not ready just quite yet to put them as a legit contender in this league. Now, the Steelers last week started off very good, 4 points in the first half, looking very good. Only gave up 7, but then it really flipped in the second half. They only put up 3 points, and they gave up about 20 points in the second half. And Big Ben threw 3 interceptions in that game. So yes, all that would probably lead me to say, yeah, probably Steelers maybe aren't as good as I thought, but they still won the game. They held on. The defense bent but didn't break, and that's why I love the Steelers. I love the Steelers defense better than I like the Steelers offense, and I think the Steelers defense, division of game, held at the helm with Mike Tomlin. He's going to have the Steelers team ready to rock, and I think the Steelers team, they're not going to throw 3 interceptions, so Big Ben is going to clean it up offensively. They'll still be able to move the ball. The Ravens defense, yes, it's very good. I think the Steelers defense is better though, and I think the Steelers defense can get to Lamar Jackson better than the Ravens can defensively getting to Big Ben. What have we been seeing about Big Ben this season? Dink and dunk, get the ball out of his hands very, very quickly. He does not want to be hit anymore. Later in life, he's reaching 40. If he's not 40 already, and he might be 38. Might be 38. I'll lock in 38. 38-year-old quarterback, aging, coming off of a surgery last year. So he doesn't want to get hit. Dink and dunk. He's got speedy, tall wide receivers that, quick second snap, 1-step drop back, just let it fly. Either a floater on a one-on-one matchup or just a zinger across the middle, quickly, 3 yards, let them do the work. We've seen that type of offense from the Steelers this season. So Ravens all pressure, Big Ben just dink and dunk, and they're able to kind of back up the Ravens pressure. Now, the Steelers, they're going to press, but I think on the smartest strategy, what the Steelers can do, they have Minkah Fitzpatrick, a roaming safety, a true roaming safety, a fantastic roaming safety, the best roaming safety in the league. He can play anywhere. He can be anywhere on the field on any play. So, how I feel how the Steelers should play this. Now, I'm going to be calling Mike Tomlin right after the show to give him all this information, but he may watch, so he may already know. But I digress. The Steelers should just put Minkah Fitzpatrick as a QB spy for the entire game. What is the Ravens' best strength offensively? Lamar Jackson, dual threat quarterback, correct? So if you take away the legs, the arm definitely suffers. We've barely seen him throw for over 200 yards a game, folks. When we break down every game, the following Monday, we always look at the stats and we always look at the drives and we always look at the points and what happened. And we always see Lamar Jackson with like 187 yards passing, about 50 to 90 yards running as well. So yes, in the grand scheme of thing, he puts up over 200 yards, which is what you want from your quarterback, but you really want it through the air. So the Ravens, I mean, if this Steelers defense can just not let Lamar Jackson run get that momentum from his runs to open up, the downfield plays, the Steelers will be set, and the Steelers have the best defense, in my opinion, in the league. So I don't think the Steelers are going to have too much trouble with Lamar Jackson. I think Mike Tomlin and this entire defense of the Steelers are going to scheme very well. They're going to lock everything down. Mike Tomlin is a good coach. He's going to take away the best thing that you do offensively. And what you do offensively is run with Lamar Jackson. They're going to have Lamar Jackson beat them with the arm. I like the Steelers +4 here. They might not win, but I'm getting 4 with Big Ben and Mike Tomlin in this defense. I can't pass it up, especially of what I've seen with the Ravens when they face the high caliber teams. The Steelers are a high caliber team. I'm going to take the 4 here, and I'm rocking with it. Love it, love it, love it. Steelers +4. Bet it big, folks. I love it. Alrighty, and then our last pick that's going to round it all out, we're going to go Bucks -12. Tom Brady, Monday Night Football, I already love it. Tom Brady coming off of a 4-touchdown performance last week. Love it even more. Tom Brady getting better weapons. Antonio Brown, he should be making his debut this week. I love it. Mike Evans, Gronkowski. I mean, folks, we all know the weapons, right? Now they're going against the Giants. All right, now, what do I like about the Giants? The Giants keeps themselves in games, usually has Daniel Jones in the fourth quarter with the potential to win the game, but he always turns it over, doesn't complete the drive because the man is not clutch. We know that about them. But what do we know about the Buccaneers defense? It's absolutely good. They picked off Aaron Rodgers twice. They got a pick 6 off of Aaron Rodgers, so they're looking good. If you do that against, potentially one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks of all time, you're a pretty good defense. So the Bucks, and also last week the Bucks held the Raiders to 20 points at home. Pretty good as well. So now Bucks on the road again, but it's Monday Night Football. Everybody's going to be looking to kind of make, the argument of why we're good, why the Bucks are good, why the Bucks deserve to be talked about, why the Bucks should be Super Bowl favorites, why Tom Brady should be an MVP candidate, why all of this and that. All those narratives will be running Monday during the day, Monday during the night, during the game. Everybody's going to be talking about all those things. So Tom Brady knows this. He's going to be ready for this game. The Giants with Daniel Jones, they struggle moving the ball offensively. They put up 35 points on the Cowboys. That's how bad the Cowboys defense is, but they can't get anywhere close to that during or against any other team. Literally, take any other game the Giants have played this season, and they've gotten nowhere near 35 plus points like they did against the Cowboys. So this Buccaneers defense is going to tear up Daniel Jones, unfortunately. I do like Daniel Jones. I think he is a starting quarterback in this league. He does need a lot of talent to kind of help him out a little bit. And he also has to learn how to be clutch. But other than that, he keeps them in games, and that's really all you can ask for. But this Bucs defense is the real deal, folks. I don't think the Giants have faced a defense as good as the Bucs defense this season. I don't think they have. So, Giants here. Even though they're at home, they're going to get absolutely obliterated. Tom Brady is going to be looking to make a legacy impact here. This is on primetime television, folks. Players know this. They know when everybody's watching them. So Tom Brady's got everything to prove. Bill Belichick is going to even be watching this game, even though he says he's probably not. I'm sure he's going to tune in late 8 o'clock, laying down with his wife, being like, oh, hey, Brady? Didn't you have a Brady? Where's your Brady? Oh, that is your Brady. Why'd you let that Brady go? I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick's going to be watching this game just a little bit. So, love the Bucs here -12. I do. Everything is just lining up for them to shut down the Bucs or shut down the Giants. They win by at least 14. No pressure there. I don't think the Giants are really going to score any points here, folks. Once again, I think the Giants have a little bit of issues with COVID this week, so we can't get any alternative lines. Really would have liked to see what Bucks could go up to as far as how much they can be the spread, like -30 if we can buy it up to there. But yeah, Bucks -12. Expect Tom Brady to go off. He's got so many weapons. Antonio Brown's first game, Monday Night Football, literally all the storylines are merging together for a Buccaneers blowout. I don't think the Giants can keep this game close. Offensively, they can't score. Defensively, they're not going to be able to stop all these weapons that Tom Brady has to work with. It's just not going to happen. So, Bucks, it's a lot to swallow. Don't get me wrong. 12 points, I really don't like to take anything more than 7, honestly. But that's how strongly I feel with Tom Brady scoring the football. I'll go Bucks -12. So that's what we got. Our locks are Packers -6.5, Steelers +4 and Bucks -12. That gets you +597. You put 500 on that game, folks. You're looking at $3,400. That's a pretty good payday, in my opinion. So bet that, bet it big. These will all hit. This will all happen, and we're going to be counting money on Tuesday night, folks. Unfortunately, we're not going to be counting on Monday because the game we are taking it the Monday night game. But on Tuesday, folks, it's just an extra day for $3,300. Then you can quit your job on that Tuesday, and you'll feel good. So yeah. Be like, the Bucks won, I quit, and your boss is like, hang on, what? You what? And then you just hang up the phone and never go back because you got $3,300 in your pocket. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go to our 99% guarantees. We feel very confident about these picks, but there is maybe one thing that is giving us a slight hesitation that we can see happening that we aren't as solid as those locks picks. So here we go. 3 picks in our 99% guarantee section of this week 8 of games. We're gonna go. We've got to do it, folks. I mean, we've got to do it. Dolphins +3.5. All right. Now, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Dolphins fan. I never say that. I'm just playing around. But I like the Dolphins here, not because of Tua. I'm not even factoring Tua into this game for what I'm saying right now. This is what I'm saying right now. Everything besides Tua is looking good for the Dolphins. Our defense is holding teams very well. We are competitive in all the games that we've played in, and we've also won 3 games. Oh, we're also at home. Oh, we're also off a bye. Everything is lining up perfectly right now for us. Our defense is playing very good. We were on pace to beat the Seahawks. We were close to kind of holding that early Patriots team that was pretty good offensively. We were kind of holding them as well. We only lost by 10, and we almost made it a one-possession game, but Ryan Fitzpatrick threw the interception in the end zone, but, he's crying and deserves more, blah, blah, blah. So I like how our defense is playing absolutely fantastic. I also like how our offensive weapons are playing. Ryan Fitzpatrick is having tremendous success with our deep threat wide receivers, Devontae Parker, doing very good. So if Devontae Parker is working with Ryan Fitzpatrick's arm that I don't think, which I think is decent, but he's an aged veteran in the league, so some velocity and some of the arm strength, pure arm power has diminished over his career. I think it's safe to say that. So Tua is going to be able to make the deeper throw, the faster throw, the tighter throw. Tua is going to be able to make all that, and our receivers are prepared for it because Ryan Fitzpatrick has been doing a good job of feeding our weapons and getting them into a good rhythm. So now Tua comes in. I mean, really, everything's going to run smoothly. We've taken these first 7 weeks of the season, making sure everything is just running smoothly. How is our weapons? How's our offensive line? How's our defense? Are we competitive in games? Are we in games in the fourth quarter? Can we make the switch? Is everything prepared for us to make the switch? We thought we were going to have to wait the full year to make the switch, but really everything, Ryan Fitzpatrick, his leadership, his confidence, his ability is really just getting us weeks ahead of schedule for Tua, and that's what Ryan Fitzpatrick is doing so right, and that's why I was a little upset when he came out and was like, oh, I'm so heartbroken, I feel betrayed, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're the reason why they can make the switch, because you were playing so well, because your leadership is so good, and everything is just gelling together so much better and earlier than the coaches thought, than the fans thought, than the organization thought. So really, Ryan Fitzpatrick did one hell of a job and some more because Tua is ready week 8. So with all that being said, the Rams now, their offense is shaky, folks. They look good sometimes. They look just sometimes else. And that's not a bad thing. I get every team goes through ups and downs. Nobody's going to be the Packers putting up 40 plus points a game. We saw Aaron Rodgers had a bad game. They struggle. They don't even put up 20 points, I think. I don't think they put up 20 points in that game. I think they put up 14. That was it against the Bucks. So this Rams, where was I going with that point? I was talking about the Packers. The Rams, anyway, they're a little spotty on their offense. Sean McVay's a great coach. Yes, the Rams defense is very good. Are they going to cause Tua some trouble? Absolutely. Rookie going against a very good defense. But what can Tua do? He can kind of escape the pocket, kind of like Kyler Murray. So if Aaron Donald gets a little bit too cute sometimes, Tua can kind of get out of the way. He's at home coming off of a bye. I'm sure they worked on Aaron Donald in practice. They simulated him, lined up probably like 4 defensive ends on one side just to kind of simulate what Aaron Donald can do to an offensive line. So I'm sure they've simulated it. I'm sure Brian Flores is not making this call if he doesn't feel confident that Tua can play. They wouldn't make this call if they didn't feel like this man was ready now, folks. Come on. These are coaches. They watch these players every single day. They know better than we do. For the most part, there's obviously exceptions. Adam Gase, Mike McCarthy know nothing more than I do. I can guarantee that. You swap me for Adam Gase or Mike McCarthy this week, and I'm coming out with a W. I can guarantee that. So, with all that being said, I'm getting the Dolphins at home, coming off a bye, so much kind of energy and momentum surrounding Tua, and I get 3.5 points. I'm going to rock with all that. Dolphins plus 3.5. I like it. The 99%, the 1% that I don't feel confident on, maybe the Rams have the ability to go and put up 40 points. And if they do, we're not going to beat them. We beat the Rams if we can hold them from 21 to 24 points. If we can keep them in that window, we have an opportunity to win the game. That's what I'm expecting the Rams to put up. I'm expecting the Rams to put up 24, and I'm expecting the Dolphins to at least put up 21. We can cover the 3.5, and we're good. So that's where I see this game at. I think I'm confident in going with Dolphins here plus the points. Alrighty, here we go. Our second pick in our 99% category is going to be the Saints minus 4.5. Folks, the Bears offense is the worst offense in the league. Yes, the Jets offense is better than this Bears offense. I'm telling you. This Bears offense is so atrocious, and they have so much talent offensively, weapons, but Nick Foles is the worst quarterback, folks. He's so they put up 3 points last week against the Rams, and yes, the Rams defense is good. I understand all that, but you're the Bears. Your defense is good. You should still be putting up some points. You should not be putting up 3 points. The Jets put up 10 points last week. Come on, folks. Come on, truly. I mean, I get Bears fans on my YouTube comments, and they're all like, "Why do you hate the Bears? They can't score." Yes, the defense is great. I'll give you that. Matt Nagy's a good coach, but if you're not scoring the ball, you're not winning the game. The goal in an NFL game is to score more points than your opponent, not hold your opponent to less points than you have. To go and score more points. Whoever's got the most points. It's not whoever has the least amount of points wins or loses the game. It's not anything like that. You have to score, you have to win the game. The Saints, they're getting Michael Thomas back. He just practiced yesterday, so he's good to go for this game. It's 4.5. Over that 3 mark, that 3 to 7 range is always a tough one. But I feel confident here. The Saints, their defense, they've got pieces. They just need to stop. They just need to play better. That's it. They've got the talent. They just need to play better. I expect they do. Nick Foles, he's going to throw at least 1 interception. The Saints, they've got so much offensive pieces that, if pressure's coming because of Khalil Mack, they're able to dump it off to Alvin Kamara. If, literally, the Saints have an offensive piece to counter whatever the Bears throw at them defensively, truthfully, folks. Excuse me. Yeah, so I love the Saints here. Offensively, they get Michael Thomas back. Drew Brees is going to be throwing to him like Matt Ryan is throwing to Julio Jones. He's missed him. He's ready to have him back. He's ready to kind of settle Michael Thomas back down into the offense, get him reacclimated. Mike Thomas has had a kind of a rough couple of weeks here with the injury, and then the story that, he was fighting with, Sean Payton and other teammates, being kind of a poison, toxic part of the locker room. So Drew Brees is definitely going to want to try to settle him down a little bit and force him the ball here. The Bears defense is good. I get it. But, what did the Bears do against the Rams last week? It was on Monday Night Football. It was a primetime game, folks. We all saw it. They could not do anything offensively ever throughout the entire game. The defense scored more than the offense. Folks, this Bears team, this Bears offense is just so atrocious. I can't even take it. I'd go Saints. What can we even buy? What do I feel comfortable with? How much do I feel comfortable with giving up for the Saints? Let's go through this really quickly. I'd go Saints minus 13.5. Catch that 14-point hook, and you're good to go. Plus 290 on its own. I'd feel comfortable going up that high. Folks, I truly do. I don't think this Bears team could put up any more than 10 points in a given game offensively, and Drew Brees has the ability with all those weapons to go and put up 40 points whenever he wants. Truthfully, it all falls on him. Whenever Drew Brees wants to feel like putting up 40 points, Sean Payton's going to buy into that game plan, and they're just going to air it out 40 times in the game. So Saints minus 4.5. I really think that's solid. That is truly solid. If the Bears catch some home magic and they keep it close somehow miraculously, Nick Foles learns to be good for once, then I can see it. But it's not a primetime game, so we don't have to worry about primetime magic Nick Foles. Even though I was betting on primetime magic Nick Foles last week and he didn't show up, so I guess primetime Nick Foles magic is officially gone. So Saints minus 4.5. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, then our last pick of our week. We teased it a little bit earlier. I think I've had an awakening, a premonition, an epiphany, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going Patriots +4 here, folks, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of it was off that quote. I think Cam Newton is trying to buy in. Now he's talking about it, though. So, obviously, you always kind of get in that kind of catch-22 again. Oh, he's saying it, which is a good thing, but why are you saying it and not actually going out and doing it? You show us with your actions. Actions speak louder than words, all that nonsense. So, obviously the catch-22, we got to see it to believe it, all that nonsense. But Patriots +4. Division game, they're always usually pretty close. So, once again, I like the points in that situation. Cam Newton struggling. Not great, but can he fix it? He can. He's always kind of been an up and down quarterback, a little bit like that. He's playing in a Patriots organization. Once again, in the quote, they don't lose in New England. There's a dynasty in New England. We have expectations here. This is not Carolina, Cam. This is New England. We have standards here. So Bill Belichick is definitely going to apply some pressure to Cam to perform better. Josh Daniels is trying to do everything in his power to figure out something to do with this offense. The Patriots offense is obviously not very good or explosive or anything in between or anything that kind of looks like explosiveness. They're not like that. It's a lot of dink and dunk, I understand. But I'm getting 4 points with Cam Newton, who knows he needs to perform a little bit better, and I think he will, at least a little bit. Now, the Bills, how are they? They're a little bit streaky. Can't buy them fully. Josh Allen has been struggling a little bit these last 2 weeks, and I expect Bill Belichick to apply some pressure to Josh Allen. I'm not sold on Josh Allen. I know all the Bills believers and the Josh Allen lovers, those first 5 weeks of the season when they were rocking and they haven't lost a game, they were saying, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league and he's an MVP candidate and the Bills are winning the Super Bowl. We've all heard that. But Josh Allen's been struggling these last 2 weeks. Bill Belichick, this is still a Bill Belichick defense. They still got Stephon Gilmore, who I think is definitely overrated. I don't know where best corner in the league ever came from, but he's a solid corner. Definitely top 5, I would agree. Top 10, absolutely. But, yeah, so they still got Stephon Gilmore, but they still got their main defensive weapon, Bill Belichick, who will scheme ways. He knows this Bills team. He's faced Josh Allen multiple times. He's been there. He's beat them. All that. So I get a division game, Bill Belichick defense, all that, and I get 4 points. I'm going to rock with it. I think Cam Newton kind of recovers at least a little bit. I don't think this is a Patriots team that I'm going to be buying too much in the future. If they're getting, +4, then I will definitely think about it because it's Bill Belichick and he's not going to get blown out every game unless he's tanking for Trevor Lawrence, and I don't think he is. He may be doing that, but I don't think he is currently at this moment. I'm going to take the points here. Obviously, the 1% that I could find a flaw in is that Josh Allen throws 4 touchdowns, maybe a pick or 2, and they win by 7 or 10. And, obviously we lose because we took only +4. But either way, I'm going to rock with the Patriots here. Expect a decently bounce-back game from Cam. I'm not expecting him to go and throw 4 touchdowns, no picks. I'm expecting a solid 1 touchdown, no pick, 2 touchdowns, a pick. They lose by 3. They might win by 1. That's how I'm expecting this Patriots team to play the Bills. Strong defensively, maybe kind of can capitalize off of a Josh Allen turnover early, kind of set the tone. I'm going to go with the points here. I like the points. I'm taking the points. Points. Patriots +4. So that's going to round out our picks for today. Dolphins +3.5, Saints -4.5, and Patriots +4. That's going to be our 99% guarantee picks. You can bet a decent amount. You get +597 again. That was the same odds as our locks. So maybe put 100 on this one. And you win 696, and then roll that 696 into our locks next week and hit that $3,000, baby. 696, that would probably pay you $4,000. Let's put that in. 696 next week. This is kind of a builder week, a pre-week, if you will. $696. That pays you $4,800 next week. So yes, $100 on this gets you the $696. Then, next week you come back to the show. What do we do? Takes by Fans Friday. You put $696 on our 3-teamer locks, and you're walking away with $4,800 in 2 weeks, folks. In 2 weeks, you could be making $4,000. Do you like that? Then bet this. $100 on that. Looking good. All right. I do want to talk about one little one bet here that I found, and it's pretty funny. All right, here we go. The Chiefs, Jets, we all know the spread by itself is 19.5, minus 19.5 for the Chiefs. Now that got me thinking, because this Jets offense is so trash, how much can we actually buy this Chiefs team up to? Well, we can get them all the way up to minus 32.5. Minus 32.5. The Chiefs minus 32.5 points. We can do that, and I feel confident with that. Absolutely. Now look at the odds here. Plus 500. That's a lot. So that's a lot. Kansas City Chiefs minus 32.5 is plus 500. Now that got me thinking, what's comparable to the plus 500 odds of Chiefs minus 32.5 on the Jets side? So let's figure that out. Here we go. Plus 500. We get plus 550 at Jets plus 6. So that's pretty comparable. Jets plus 6 is plus 550 in the odds. Kansas City Chiefs minus 32.5 is plus 500. What does that tell you? Well, Vegas thinks it's more appropriate, it's more likely that Chiefs blow out the Jets basically 33-0. Basically 33-0, than the Jets being competitive in this game, losing by 6, keeping it close, like a 26-20 game, a 30-24 game, something like that. So they expect it's more likely that the Chiefs blow out the Jets 33-0 than the Jets being competitive in this game and keeping it close, but losing still 30-24. 30 or 25-19, all that, 6 points. It's truly comical how bad this Jets team is, not only offensively, but in the grand scheme of just coaching and offense and defense. That's how trash this Jets team. I'd rather take Chiefs minus 32.5 than Jets plus 6, folks. Truly, I get better odds at Chiefs plus or Chiefs minus 32.5, folks. What is that? Truly comical. Truly.